Hi, Taurus. It's Angela. How are we doing? We're here to do your November reading for Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising. And of course, anyone else who's drawn to this reading, we like to say that that was your intuition that brought you there. So the message would be for you as well. I have a few housekeeping things. First, I added a playlist to my channel. It's called Weekly Intention Readings, Pause at the Well. And these are sessions. Pause at the Well is a group that meets on Mondays. It's a free group. We meet by Zoom. I'm going to put links in this video so you can check it out if you want to join. And we meet and set intentions for the week on Monday mornings. It's not necessary to be there because we record these videos as well, and then they get emailed to you after if you're on the email list. I do these in collaboration with Maria Mellano of Integral Bloom. Her link is down in the video notes as well. And that's a great set of readings that you can find in that playlist I put here. So that's there. You can seek it out. And then also with Maria, we've created a vision course, a vision board course that we're going to launch in January. It's a 7-session course. Not necessary for you to be there for all of them. If you could make this self-paced. It's great to be there live though. I'll be doing readings for the collective and for the group and in the Zoom. And it launches with a 3-hour meeting on a Saturday, and then there are 5 subsequent Monday quick check half-hour meetings, and then a final Saturday in February where we actually do our vision boards. It's a lot of soul work. We have a companion workbook that goes with it. It lets you dig a little deeper than normal as to, instead of these are my dreams, it's more like what's driving my desires and where are these areas in my life that I want to see shored up a little. So anyway, check that out. It's in the link, and the link is there as well. Final thing, please join the Grounded Dreamers newsletter if you get a chance. You could go to my website and do it there. I'm working on developing some more offerings, and those will be coming through in the next few months. But if you get on the list, you're first to know, and it's great. We're really forming a great community there. And I think that's it for now. So let's get to your reading. Okay, Taurus. So the oracle card that we're using for this reading is coming from this deck, the Messages from the Mermaids. And the card that I pulled for you, Taurus, love this one so much. It's so much fun. Be spontaneous. So, I know you're an earth sign, very grounded. We like feeling comfortable and stable, which, most humans do anyway. But movement is also really important. So, we get ourselves to these levels of comfort and like in a routine, and everything feels nice and smooth and predictable. But adding variety keeps the vibration in our lives flowing. It keeps things coming to us. It keeps us moving, in the right direction. So let's find like new, just mix it up a little. Try something new. Try something, try speaking to, walk down the street and speak to strangers, something that will really shake things up for you. It's an important part of our journey. And unexpected pleasures can come into our experience as a result of that. So seek variety when you can. Say yes more, right? With that spontaneity kind of being at the forefront of your mind, say yes more. Go for it, I like it. So let's see now what the Zen cards say, and we can expand on that idea a little bit of spontaneity. Okay, so we know we have this is the tree spread that I usually do with the Zen Tarot cards, and we have, the whole center of the tree, sort of like the full trunk rooted at the ground, and then 2 sets of branches. We are internally aware with the cards on the left, and then externally focused with the cards on this side. Okay, on the right. Okay, so let's get to your starting point, Taurus, as it pertains to adding a little spontaneity in your life. I got existence. So this is that vibration of, you know we want to be grounded and stable and comfortable in our experience, but we also have to realize the bigger picture around us. We're part of a bigger vibration, a huge universe of connectedness. And wherever we move, we are supported by that. Wherever we are in the universe, we are home, right? So maybe with adding in the idea of spontaneity, maybe that feels a little uncomfortable, or I don't know if I don't know what the outcome will be, so I don't even want to try. But this card reminds you that you're fully supported. Wherever you are, wherever you may be, wherever you're, wherever you rest your head at night, you're home. Okay. And supported by other beings, other spiritual forces, the natural flow of life. You're supported at all times. It doesn't mean everything's all perfectly nice and smooth all the time, but you're always supported, even in the more difficult spaces that you find yourself needing to move through. Always the support is there. And so shaking it up a little and saying yes now and then, and dropping the schedule and going for it, and mixing things up is the way we get to first of all liven up our vibration, but then also we get to realize we really are supported even through that, even through the shakeups. Okay. Internally, your awareness as it relates to this universal support, and just the fact that you are starseed and existing in this world, internally you might be clinging to some things. There may be some fears, some, like we said, once things get comfortable and stable, it's like we don't really want it to change. We don't want that to leave our experience, right? But clinging to that and trying to stay rooted only in that one state of being, which is that comfort and stability, really is not experiencing the fullness of your life, right? Like, this logically or intellectually, we know this in our minds, that staying one way isn't, it's not getting the full experience. We're not actually engaging fully in our life. And it feels vulnerable sometimes, and we want to cling and we want to hang on to those things that are certain, and those things that we've amassed, the energies and the friendship circles, and the status in our job, or what we want to, like, hang on to all that, right? But sometimes we need to shrug that off and find more variety and experience it. So this is an understandable vibration within you, is that, I don't know, I'm pretty much like the way it is now. And I'm not talking about like be spontaneous and quit your job and run away and go go nomad around the world. That doesn't have to be to that level of spontaneity. Just the simplest thing, like maybe you keep a regular schedule, and your friends, and then it, say, like, every Thursday night you have one thing that goes on that you do without fail, and then a Thursday comes around and your friends are like, let's go out, let's go do this, let's go have some fun. And instead of clinging to that schedule, oh no, it's my Thursday, I gotta, it could be like, what, say yes to it, try it, see what happens, see who you might meet, see how much fun you might have, and being able to break the mold, break the patterns, and look what it results in when you're able to let go of some of that stuff you cling to, some of that stability. Look what you got abundance. It's like, without even knowing what those cards were, I was getting the sense that we were going to have guidance that was like, it's a good thing. It's a good thing to let go of our you know, sturdier, you know, schedule oriented, outlined, planned agendas. Those things are all wonderful to have. And, you know, there are some of us on the other side of that don't have a plan and float around and are nothing but spontaneous. And that guidance would probably be more find some grounding, you know, find some stability. But, you know, I love how this came up for you, Taurus, because you're known for your stability. You are, you know, I know with the bull, almost stubbornly in your regularness, you know, your groundedness and your stability and the patterns that go along with that. But and beautiful, you know, for me as a Leo with the fire and wanting to go and invent and create, being around a Taurus is very grounding for me. It's wonderful energy to have as a complement in my fiery life. But you know, the reverse can be true, right? A little bit of spark doesn't hurt. So I love it. But that abundance card coming out in your external position, it's like, what could be better? You will feel, you know, by saying yes every now and then with the spontaneity card, you will feel more full. There will be more, not only flow from where you are, but more flowing to you as well, because things get shaken up a little bit and it opens up new paths. Okay, let's get down to the root of things. This is the root, the trunk, the base of the tree. And in order to facilitate growth, right, we have to have strong roots. So this card here is the key to moving forward, the key to achieving that soul growth in this, as it pertains to this time in our life. And look what I got for your key. It's maturity. This is all your wisdom and all your experience that you've gained up until this point in your life. You have that already. That is already, that cannot be undone or unknown or unexperienced, right? You have a certain amount of knowledge, self-knowledge, trust in the way things work out just from your past experiences. And you carry that with you going forward. This is what you bank on in order to grow, in order to continue your soul's, you know, the elevation of your soul and bring yourself to a higher perspective on things. So I love it. It's, you know, it's a very simple concept, be spontaneous, but there's so many layers that can be applied to that. You know, it could be that simple phone call you get from your friends and let's go out and okay, yes, I'll go and let's see. But it could also be, you know, being spontaneous within yourself, within your own little routines, your own expectations that you carry within you. You could break from that every now and then and really gain from it. And with this maturity card rooting the whole reading, it's like you're fine. No matter what it is, you start to move toward that way. You're okay because you have the knowledge, you have the wisdom, right? You have the experience to keep yourself as stable as possible, even in shake-up times, right? Okay, let's move forward. Okay, so now we get to land on this sort of higher perspective and a new way of seeing things. And look where you get to start, the Fool. You're starting a new path. You're starting a new layer, phase of your experience just by allowing this shakeup to happen, allowing things to move away from the norm, move away from what's comfortable. You know, for some of you, I'm thinking this could be a very planned out scenario. Like I'm going to, take a vacation and hike, you know, another country or, you know, travel alone through another country. That's very spontaneous, but that's something that has to be planned as well, right? So planned spontaneity. I got that for some of you that may be in order for you to push yourself toward that new thing. And that, you know, either way, whether it's that or that simple yes to the phone call from your girlfriends, it's new, it's fresh. You get to create and recreate your life experience. And you know, maybe shaking it up like that, yeah, you're starting on a fresh road, you're starting on a new phase, but you're also moving toward your next space of stability. You're it's almost like you know, climbing steps, or you know, hiking up a mountain and getting yourself to that next plateau, and then being able to rest. Now I'm comfortable here. Now what do I have to reach for next, right? And in that process, you elevate and grow your soul, and grow your whole self gets to expand. You know, whether or not this is, like we said, something you're actually planning and you're carving out each little elevated step, or something that comes about and you decide to let it shake things up. But either way, it's that constant, you know, movement toward. And for you, there may be that path may look a little more stepped, you know, a little more, you know, break free of the norm and then get to the norm again, break free of the norm and then get to the norm, like kind of like that, a little more kind of planned expansion, which is great. I think that, you know, staying the same always, you're going to stay on that one level, and the rest of your whole being doesn't get to grow and get to achieve and experience that abundance and that fullness that life always has to offer. Okay, let's get down here. Now, internally within you, supporting this energy of new starts, beginning of the road, we're reminded to stay in the moment as well. We're reminded, you know, I like to say, keep your feet right under you instead of trying to race forward or, you know, staying stuck behind. Just keep your feet right under your whole alignment. This guy's walking down this rainbow river. He's got boulders under his feet, but his eyes are closed. He's going ahead and proceeding in each moment. When he knows the support is there, he'll take the next step. And he knows it by intuition, less by plotting and planning and looking for it. He knows when the time is right to take that next step. And as it pertains to the spontaneity and starting down a fresh road, it's also really important to stay present in the moment, even while you're being spontaneous, right? Feel all of it. And, you know, that abundance can actually be felt more powerfully if you're staying present moment aware. And yeah, like I said, even in the spontaneity, stay grounded. It sounds kind of contradictory, but spontaneity doesn't just mean go wild and, you know, don't think about, you know, what you're doing. It's just saying yes and being willing and moving toward the newness, right? Okay, and then our final card and the sort of overview or insight into this entire process is the consciousness card. So your first of all, your intuition, this figure of Siddhartha has that third eye lit up, right? It's a higher level of seeing it. Your practiced, measured ways of staying grounded, staying or in order, you know, staying very stable and structured, you know, shaking that up a little bit every now and then, you'll start to see in the overall picture and in your overall whole growth that it's very important. It's important to mix it up and try new things. That's how you, that's how you expand. That's how you make it bigger and better every time. So I like that. I'm just wondering if maybe some of you have this, you know, have something particular in mind that you're wanting to maybe gravitate toward, but aren't certain because of you're not sure about how it may turn out, right? Which is completely understandable. But, you know, I think I'm pulling an extra card for you guys, by the way. I'm sorry, I'm shuffling and making a lot of noise over here, but I'm pulling a bonus card for you to see, you know, what maybe some of the insight about this sort of spontaneity vibration might mean. I got the Sacred Creator. This is the Sacred Creators Oracle. This is the deck that we're using. And the card I got for you, interestingly enough, is Change Maker, Make Waves. So go for it. It's like, it's, you know, and talk about the, you know, the mermaid deck and being in the ocean, and we want to make waves. We want to make some movement, make some spontaneous movement happen. So I like it. Change Maker, Make Waves. Go for it. It's basically go for it. And even in your, you know, Taurus like stability that's very important to you, you can maintain that as you're making the waves, right? You still have that strength, you still have that wisdom and power that you've always had. So I really like that. That's a good way to cap that reading off. All right, everybody, thank you so much for being here, and I will see you soon.